with Obadiah's, and today I am in Lancaster County at Brio, and I am here to do a little bit of filming on the Heco Cookstoves. There have been a few changes since the product was originally launched back in 2014. So I am here to go over those changes with you guys and just kind of give you a little bit of an update. So number one of the changes is going to be a styling feature. Now the 420 and 520 models do now have a solid piece cooktop. That's going to be this one shown here. So it's not going to be a 3-piece removable, solid piece cooktop with the 2 removable rings on the top of the stove. Now this is something I want to talk to you guys about because a lot of people are wondering, because this particular stove does have baffles and reburn tubes in it, they are wondering about direct access to the flame on the firebox here through this hole for wok style cooking. So I will get up close and show you inside the stove, but unfortunately there is a baffle and air tubes kind of blocking the direct contact to the flame. There's a little bit of a space where you would have, some flame coming up, but overall, generally, it's not going to be the best for the wok style cooking because you don't get that direct drop down in there. Now, some of the major changes that are going to be made actually have to do with the baffle and the air tube system. So previously, both stoves did have 2 baffles in the top. Now at this point, so we've got 2 models here. This is going to be the smaller 420 model, and to my other side here, this is going to be the larger 520 model. So on both stoves, there was changes with the air tubes and the baffle. So we'll start here with the 420. 420 previously had 2 baffles up in the top of the stoves and 3 air tubes. They reduced it to be 1 single baffle. This helped increase the overall oven temperatures as well as the cooktop temperatures. And then they did reduce from 3 reburn tubes down to just 2 reburn tubes. And this effectively allowed us to get more heat transferred to the oven. Now, one of the other changes to have to do with the air tubes is previously the air inlet through the air tubes was coming in through the rear of the stove, and there was actually no damper control on it. So the stove wasn't nearly as airtight, which means you're not going to quite get as long of burn times. So that has changed now, that the reburn tubes are actually controlled directly through your secondary air control here on the side of the stove. So at this point, the stove is going to be completely airtight. Now over here on the 520 model, which I will take off the cooktop and show you up close as well, the stove was reduced down from 4 air tubes down to 3 air tubes. Now the 520 does still have 2 baffles up in the top of the stove. However, they have created the baffles to be a little bit narrower for that heat transfer. So the baffles should always be pushed all the way when you're facing the stove to the right-hand side or towards the oven side of the stove, and that's what's going to allow you to get that heat transfer to come up and warm up the oven. Other than that, the only other change that was going to be made is going to be inside the firebox. They did previously, the brick was coming all the way up to the top of the side between the firebox and the oven, and they did reduce that amount of brick to get more heat transfer to the oven. So that would be another change inside the firebox. On the summer grate, they did change the summer grate slightly as they had some previous problems with the summer grate and the water coil fitting together inside the stove. So now at this point, there's absolutely no problem with that. If you do have a water coil installed for domestic hot water use, you can still use the water coil without any trouble there. So I really hope that you guys find these videos helpful. If you do, please give us a thumbs up. Share them with your friends. Click subscribe to our channel. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day.